for dessert. Baked rhubarb cobbler topped with leaves of sorrel.
We are moving on to our fourth course. This is dessert. I don't know about all of you, but I have a second stomach that is reserved just for desserts like this one. So this is a baked rhubarb cobbler that is out of sight. Chef Jamie, tell me about it.
I'm so excited to try stripped rhubarb.
Yeah, peeled. You remember
Peeled.
we cleaned these down from the first course, the salad dressing, and now they're tender and great. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these. We'll give our rhubarb a quick sear on and off the pan. With that pan still hot, we'll throw our oats in. We'll add our oat milk to that, some maple. Once that starts to hydrate and cook, and right before we go in the oven, we're gonna throw the rhubarb back into it, throw it in the oven, let it finish, and garnish with our sorrel.
Got it.
Okay, so let's start with that rhubarb. Those pieces you all remember, we're just gonna cut those, let's say in thirds.
And you know what I'm excited about is, when I think of rhubarb, I think of it in two ways. One is at the county fair where you've got it in a pie.
Yeah.
And then the other is, I just had a strawberry rhubarb jam at your house last night.
So good. I love rhubarb.
Oh, good.
So just love it.
Yeah, you should.
I have a
It's delicious.
friend who is crazy about it, and I can't wait to let her know about this
Remember-
incredible meal.
Remember, this is Fry's rhubarb.
Yeah.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, Mr. Fry. A gift to
Any
the world.
kind of pan this can go in.
Yeah, I'm going to use the same pan. I'm going to throw in the oven. This pan will be that.
Oh, so this is going to be, so we're going to serve it out of this pan.
Yeah, might as well.
I love it.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Well, that won't take long. There's no real prep to do here. The oats will drink about twice as much in liquid. So if you had let's say a half cup of old-fashioned rolled oats, give it about a cup of liquid. Give that a stir and let it cook. You can do this on the stove top too. And we're going to expedite it a little bit in a 350 degree oven. It also will keep the oats from burning or browning over time in the bottom of an oven.
So wait, where are you putting the oats?
We're
In
gonna do
here?
it right in this pan. Yep. Once this rhubarb gets generally cooked, we'll slide it out into a pan. We'll keep it off the side. We'll add the oats, add the liquid, give it a stir. Once it starts to cook, and right before we go in the oven, we're gonna fold that back in and let her go.
We're going to
Randy,
fold
how are
this
we
thing.
going to know when this is done?
Once it really just starts to soften up a little bit, it's still pretty raw. It's not quite there yet, but it won't take long.
Yeah, it's going to speak to us.
And when it sticks to the bottom, you put a little bits of water in, or
No need. There's enough water in these.
Yeah, once we get the oat in the pan, that'll kind of pull up some of anything that sticks to the pan.
Very similar to what do you do with the onions?
Yeah, just cook them, I guess.
What's the word?
What's the word?
Deglaze,
No, what do the onions do? They
sweat.
sweat. That's the word I was looking for. Sweat. These are sweating. Oh my gosh, they're sweating. They're sweating like it was a 100-degree day in Texas.
Yeah.
Which it practically is right now, I guess.
I think you're about there. I think you're in pretty
Wow.
good shape.
Wow.
We can.
That one was
and
on
it
the side.
smells spectacular.
They're hot.
Should we taste them to see how they are?
No, they're gonna cook for another 30 minutes or so.
It's hot.
It's hot. Yeah.
Take
There
that.
you go.
Rhubarb just plain is good, but a little sour.
Uh-huh. Let's get those oats in now. Let's do about a cup of oats. This might make a lot, huh?
Are we okay?
And then we'll go in with our oat milk.
Ooh. Oh, you're doing more than a cup.
He's going 2 to 1
Yeah, about 2 to 1.
because he did a cup of the oats.
We'll see if we need more.
Yep.
We'll go a little shy there. Okay, so we'll give that a good stir, and we want it to start cooking before we, throw it in the oven. But we want to bring this up. That's going to speed everything up. Looks good. At this point, probably safe to add a little maple, right?
Quite a lot of maple.
You like a lot of maple.
Well, no, but I'm thinking with the rhubarb.
Okay, we can add a lot of maple if you want.
There we go. We're erring on a little extra maple.
Okay.
How much would you say?
Maybe 3 or 4 tablespoons.
Like maybe a 4th cup?
We'll know when it's done.
And
Do you know how many tablespoons you put in, though?
About 2.
yeah.
And then,
Okay, so we're gonna let this cook.
Yep.
It'll be turned into more like oatmeal, and then we're gonna fold this back in.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Jamie, could you use any kind of oats in this?
You absolutely.
Not steel cut, though.
Yeah. I mean, if you had even like whole oats, you
You mean like groats?
Yeah, you cook them a little different, but yeah, let's turn that down a little. Good.
Did I turn it down?
Oh, he did.
Oh, you did.
Yeah. there we
What,
go.
187?
What do you think? That'll hydrate to a pretty tight baked oat?
Are you asking if I think it will?
Yeah, I think it will.
So we want this to get
Yeah.
thick.
Mm-hmm. This will be great now at this point to go in the oven. So what we're going to do is just stir the rhubarb in, keep it loose and simple, and just kind of work it in there, get it mixed up well.
Are you mix it right in?
Yeah, definitely.
We're folding it in.
Yeah, and that rhubarb will continue to contribute some moisture as well. We're going to bake this in the oven at 350. We want a little bit of browning on top. At this point.
Ooh, that would be nice.
Yeah, if you want to top this with, seeds or nuts or walnuts or granola or anything, now would be a good time
Oh, before you bake it,
to
you
do
top-
that.
Oh,
yeah, we'll get some browning in there, unless your nuts and seeds are already toasted. Yeah, I think you're in good shape there. It looks great.
And then if you
Should he be
If you-
smoothing it around like
I
that?
don't know.
No,
What would you
it's
do?
fine. There's,
Would you leave it
there's no rules. It's
So-
we're just having fun.
I like the little bits of rhubarb showing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Jamie, if I didn't want to cook it in this, I could do it in a glass.
Yeah, definitely. So let's say if your pan had like a rubber handle on it and you weren't good
Yeah.
for throwing it in the oven, put it in a little Pyrex dish and bake it from there.
And you could bake it thick or thin?
Like thick or thin, right? The thinner it goes, the crispier and more
Oh,
of
I
that
like that,
texture you
yeah.
get. The thicker it is, the more of this sort of, almost oatmeal kind of finish you get. It'll be great. I think I'm excited to see how this comes together.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
It's very hot. Watch your fingers.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, it looks amazing.
Smells good.
Rhubarb, maple, oat, cobbler.
Baked. That's it. Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're going to serve this in the pan that we baked it in. Certainly not required. You could transfer this to a bowl, but we really want to top them with these. I think they'll offer a really nice contrast to the sweet caramelized flavor that we've developed. And these are, repeat after me,
Sorrel.
sorrel. Yes, good. Sorrel. So a member of the oxalis family. This type of plant you often see popping up in the spring in your little planter boxes. You know, they'll come up in pots. You're like, how do these things exist and where do they come from? Generally, they taste like apples. You know, they taste like grape skin. They're sour. They're high in acid, and that's what we're after. We really want to, you know, to balance out this dessert, to use that word again. Use all the colors: pink, purple, green. They're really, really a fun garnish for wrapping this up.
Well, I love the presentation that you have on every one of the dishes. And this one is,
The dark doesn't show up so well. It looks a little like the...
yeah.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah. I think
Because-
that's, what do you think? Is that good?
Yeah. Yeah, it's great.
And then you could individually add it if that's
Definitely.
your thing.
Mm-hmm.
I can hardly wait to taste this.
I know. I know.
What do
Are you
you-
putting that on there?
Yeah, you might as well. What are we gonna do? Vegetable stock?
Wait. So you're cutting up the
That-
stem.
that's micro. What's that word again?
I mean, it's just kind of like a kind of like a chive, maybe.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
So that really gives it, and you maybe put
Top
just
it
a
off.
fourth of half a teaspoon of that. on
Yeah.
top.
There you go.
Fantastic. Well, there you have it.
Wait, we gotta taste it.
We're going to taste it.
It's 1,000 degrees.
It's-
I think
I think
you
it's a
should
little too
probably
hot.
wait a few.
So
Ah,
there we have it. Our dessert. Man, Jamie,
Good day.
Ann.
Jamie, the genius.
Ow.